Good morning everyone. Today in this session students we will discuss question answers of the prose approach JRD. Let's start with the comprehension. Read the extract and answer the questions given below. Even before the interview started, I reckoned the panel was biased. So I told them rather impolitely, I hope this is only a technical interview. They were taken aback by my rudeness, and even today I am ashamed about my attitude. Question number 1. Why was the speaker convinced that the interview panel was biased? What were they biased against? Now we all have seen the prose in which we come to know that Sudha Murthy had written a letter to JRD expressing her anger against the company's biased advertisement which prohibited the girls to apply for the engineer's post. So the speaker was convinced the panel is biased. One thing you can say here. And what were they biased against? For this you can say they were biased against because the reason is that they have never employed the ladies on the shop floor. they don't you can say appoint the ladies on the shop floor. So they were biased against this thing. What job was the speaker interviewing for? The speaker was interviewing for engineering post. Why does the speaker feel ashamed when she thinks back upon this incident? She feels ashamed about her attitude. Now she has realized, now we have seen the story, we come to know that the end, what happens, they agree with whatever Sudha Murthy was saying and then they appoint her as an engineer on the shop floor. She is the first lady to be appointed as the engineer on the shop floor. Then after many years, when she thinks about how rudely she spoke to the panel at that time, for that she feels ashamed. After that, answer the following questions in one sentence each. Whose photograph does Sudha Murthy have on her office wall? She has photographs of Bharat Ratna JRD Tata and Jamshedji Tata. What subject did Sudha Murthy study at the master's level? She studies computer science at the master level. What does Sudha Murthy compare JRD Tata to? So we all come to know she tells that he is an uncrowned king. Why she tells that he is an uncrowned king? Because of his compassion, generosity, foresight and humanitarian approach and his zeal for social work and his you can say trusteeship attitude towards his own wealth, means he liked to do all the social work. For that reason, what she compares JRD Tata to? She compares JRD Tata to an uncrowned king because of his down-to-earth level attitude. Describe Sudha Murthy's first experience of gender discrimination. For this, children, you can write the incident when she was when she was in college doing her masters. That day, one day when she was coming to her hostel after the lecture, what happened? She saw a notice or you can say she saw an advertisement on the notice board, and the advertisement was a standard job requirement notice from a famous automobile company, that is Stelco. And the notice stated that company had excellent academic background, etc. And the bottom line was the lady candidate need not apply. So she felt very angry with this line when she read it, and for the first time she realized in her life that there was the you can say gender discrimination existed in the society. After that, what did Sudha Murthy write in her letter to JRD Tata? We have seen the story, so we come to know that she wrote in her letter that the great Tatas have always been pioneers and they are the people who started the basic infrastructure industries in India. Such as iron, steel, chemical, textile and locomotives. And they have cared for higher education in India since 1900, and they were responsible for the establishment of the Indian Institute of Science. and fortunately she studied there. But she said that she was surprised to know that how the reputed company like Telco discriminates on the basis of gender. This she has written to JRD Tata. Now, how did moving to Pune change Sudha Murthy's life? Here we can say it changed her personal as well as professional life. The two things. First thing is that after a long interview, she was successful in the interview and she was appointed as an engineer on the shop floor in the Pune's Pimpri branch. So this was a break, you can say, for her professional, you can say, life, a career. And the other thing in her personal life, you can say, in Pune only she met a shy and a young man from Karnataka. First they became friends and later on they got married. So here you can say both. Pune has changed her personal as well as professional life. So that's why in the story she herself is saying that moving to Pune changed my life in many ways. After that, what was Sudha Murthy's feeling on leaving Telco? Now we come to know from the story that she was very reluctant to leave Telco, but she really didn't have a choice. So what happened? She just finished off all her, you can say, requirements, all her related official duties and all. She just when she was moving down, when she was coming from the stairs there, so that time what happened? She saw JRD Tata. He was climbing the stairs and he just gently asked her that what she was doing. So she answered that I am leaving Telco. So that time JRD asked her that what will you do when you become successful? Then she replies that she doesn't know that whether she'll be successful or not. So for that, at that time he told her, or he really encouraged her with nice sentence. He told her that you should never start with diffidence, always start with confidence. And she kept that sentence of JRD Tata in her mind, and now see she is very successful in her life. After that, draw a character sketch of Sudha Murthy as seen from the facets of her personality she reveals in this essay. Now from this particular essay, we come to know that she is not, you can say, no, you can, common girl. Though she is very simple, you can say she belongs to from a middle class family and all. She has a simple living and all, but still, she has, you can say, high foresight here. She has done a lot of things in her life. She has worked very hard to reach the success here. We come to know from from the story, like when she was in hostel, she was the only girl who was studying to become an engineer. All other girls were doing their masters, you can say research work and all, they were doing that. But this, she was studying to become an engineer. She was the alone girl here. Afterwards, what happened? She dared to write a letter to JRD Tata. Then when she fortunately she got a reply from JRD Tata. What she has done? She went for the interview also. There also, when she felt that she won't be getting this job and all. So she was very, you can say, without any fear in her mind, she spoke to the panel and all. There also she became successful. Then she joined Telco company, Pimpri branch of Pune. There also she worked very hard. Later on, what happened? When she married, when she got married, herself and her husband, they both started a company named Infosys, and that also she was not a mere shadow of her husband there. She worked very nicely there. She worked very hard there, and see now she has become successful. And even though she has become successful, it is not that she is just enjoying the luxuries of life here, children. This Infosys company, you can say, they give, you can say, particular share of their profit to the society. They give to the people who are needy. They have contributed in many fields like healthcare, education, to helping the NGOs and all and all. So because of that, we come to know that different shades of her life. After that, describe Sudha Murthy's encounters with J.R.D. Tata. Now first we can just speak about the letter when she has directly written to J.R.D. Tata. Then the first time when she met J.R.D. Tata in the Bombay house, that incident you can write. And later on when lastly when she was leaving, when she has resigned from telco company Tata Motors, at that time how she met J.R.D. Tata and what conversation they had. All these three incidents you have to write in detail. Answer is for 150 words. So you have to write in detail here. After that, what characteristics should an ideal role model have? Now, Sri Chiran, from this story we come to know that J.R.D. Tata was a role model for Sudha Murthy. Now, we come to know that she has very nicely told us, she has told what qualities this person had. He was, you can say, very down-to-earth person. She has referred to him as a, you can say, uncrowned king. And she said he was very compassionate, very generous, he had foresight for humanitarian approach, he had zeal for social work, and he had trusteeship attitude towards his own wealth and all. So all these qualities are children are required to be an ideal role model, and for and the same qualities you can find in J.R.D. Tata. So that's why we can say he is an ideal role model. And because of the simplicity, his generosity, and his kindness towards his employees, though she was a normal employee, he spoke very respectfully, he cared, he stood by her side when she was standing for her husband, waiting for her husband. So all this quality shows that he was a real role model. He was really, and you can say a best, you can say phrase she has used for the or title she has used for J.R.D. Tata, that he was an uncrowned king. I hope you have understood this. I have just discussed the answers with your children, but you have to write it in your own words. The story is very simple. I have understood it. I have made you understand it very easily. You have to go through the video lecture again and again, try to understand, and then write answers in your own sentence. Thank you.